When I was 10, I was told to stay at home before dusk arrives, bolt the door from inside. I turned 12, I had to take the other route to school because my ears didn't fancy the whistles that came from lips of filthy men. When I was 15, I could hear screeches and screams of women in the dead of night in my neighborhood, and watching these dramas and facing them traumas, I turned from this little naive girl to the woman who's standing now. So much has changed, and yet nothing has changed. Now I'm in my 20s, standing to voice out. Don't mind me, I've seen too much. Maybe my voice will scream at the top of the roof someday, or maybe it'll remain buried among the bodies of the victims I'm standing for today, but at least I won't have to numb myself or act dumb as if I see nothing when there's so much going on. So I turn a blind eye to the mockers and chant the mantra, my voice, our equal future. My voice for that girl child you caged at home. Every time you stop a girl child from holding a pen, you are killing a potential leader or a doctor who could have cured your son in the future. My voice for that beautiful bride who was sold off with some extra cash. We call it holy matrimony. Behind the scenes, you're guilty of dowry. And you, I bet you treat your dog better than your wife. My voice for that woman who stands unrecognizable with all the blues you've painted on her. My voice for that girl child who should have been reading ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. Instead, she's forced to make a home with a man she could have called her uncle. My voice for that woman who was raped, her mouth shut and taped. What difference does it make if she chooses to wear a vintage dress that touches her ankles or just a strap that only covers her thighs? What difference does it make if she chooses to go outside at 11 p.m. or hit the gym before dawn breaks in? What lame excuse do you have for a 10-month-old baby who was raped? Her clothing? Moral values. Well, yeah, girls should be taught moral values. Some men do the raping, the other men take the blame, and only women should be taught moral values. Then, and only then, women will be safe, right? I never knew moral values were gender specific too. If moral values were taught to all humans, I'm not talking about just men or women, I'm talking about humans, then I wouldn't have felt the need to write this poem in the first place, but someone had to break the silence in an attempt to end this violence. One spark for an explosion, little drops that make up the ocean, and a little pebble that starts a ripple. So here's my tiny voice, shivering, quivering, almost disappearing, and yet resounding for one cause: equality for all. Here I am, pleading for equality despite the differences. No reservations, only equality, nothing more, nothing less. Again resounding the same mantra, my voice, our equal future.